Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we're in a different setup. We have come into my spare room to do some journaling, and for this week's journal with me we are going to be looking at positive journaling. So what do we mean when we talk about positive journaling? So a lot of the time our journal can be a place where we might rant or blow off some steam or process some negative or maybe not so pleasant emotions, feelings and thoughts. But it's not always a place for that. Sometimes it could be a place where we process the good things that are happening in our life and, you know, some of the positive things that are happening to us. So it doesn't always have to be this kind of negative doom and gloom space, which it isn't all the time, but from my experience of journal writing, sometimes it has the tendency to be where we process those neggy things. So I want to share with you a bit more today around what positive journaling is and why it's so important that we also focus on that in our journals too. So positive thinking and having a positive mindset plays into this concept of positive journaling, and it is so important to have a positive mindset and to think in a positive way. Now, this is the kind of concept of being an optimist rather than a pessimist, but something I want to touch on really quickly is that this is not toxic positivity. Now, very quickly, toxic positivity is the concept that, you know, kind of ignoring that bad things happen and just kind of, you know, chin up, get over it, move on. Bad things have happened, but you know, you can continue to be positive through it. Now, what having a positive mindset and kind of thinking in a positive way and being optimistic is, instead of that, is actually, it acknowledges that bad things do happen, but we can get through it, and it's about processing those bad things in the way that you need to and taking from it what you want to moving forwards, but it does not ignore the fact that bad things happen. So I just wanted to touch on that really quickly. Now, this concept of optimism and positive thinking, there are so many benefits to having a positive outlook on life. There are, you know, are health benefits. It helps us with our mental health massively, and it helps us, you know, to be more resilient and to bounce back from things that do happen to us. So, you know, all you got to do is a quick Google search to understand the benefits of thinking in a positive manner when it comes to our experiences in life. So I don't really want to say too much more than that, because if you are interested in it, as I've said, go and do a Google search. There's so much information about positive thinking and the growth mindset and having a positive outlook on life. But what I do want to do is get stuck into some journaling, because this is where the value really is, and that's why we are here, because this is a journal with me video. So if you are new around here, the way that these videos work is that I have a number of prompts. I've got 4 prompts for us today, and we're going to journal together. So I'm going to get myself set up in just a second, and then we're going to run through those prompts. And what I do is I share a prompt and then we journal together for about 3 to 4 minutes on each one. And then we'll come back and I usually share a bit about how I found the prompt, what came up for me, and then we'll go on to the next one. Now, the beauty of this being a video is that if you need longer than the 3 to 4 minutes, you can just simply hit pause and you can take that longer time, or you can come back to them after the video and spend the extra time on them. Now, what I will say is that if you have not journaled before, or if this is new to you, allow yourself to go deep on the page. Allow yourself to be open and honest on the page, and don't censor your writing, because that's where you're going to get the most benefit from journaling, is when you're open and honest on the page. So really allow yourself to do that, and you will really get the most from this session. So shall we get stuck in? I've got myself this awesome table that let me lift it up so you can see. Look, it goes over your lap. I got this during the first lockdown because I was spending a lot of time, I didn't have my desk set up, and I was spending a lot of time on the sofa with my laptop and doing a lot of writing and doing a lot of learning, and I needed a bit of a better setup. So I got this and it has been invaluable. I've used it so much. So I have my journal. I have some pens. I've got a green pen today, and I seem to have lost, and a pink pen. Got a green pen and a pink pen. And so, yeah, let's go, shall we? So the first prompt is, what am I proud of myself for lately? What am I proud of myself for lately? And we're gonna go for 3.5 minutes on this. That one took me a minute to get into. Yeah, that took me a minute to get into. I just had to check that the video was recording because it didn't look like it was, but it is, so we're back. So yeah, that one took me a minute or two to get into, it really did. And I identified a few things that I'm proud of. Probably shouldn't have identified a few things that need a bit more work, because that's probably not the best way to be doing this, she admits. But yeah, I think like for me, there was a big piece around like my determination and commitment. Running your own business is hard, really hard. And so for me, there was a lot around that and around real just kind of dedication and commitment to running my own business and doing the things and trying new things, putting myself out there, pushing myself outside of my comfort zone actually, which isn't what I wrote down, but I think now I'm reading this, that's what kind of came out, is I'm proud of pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. So yeah, some good things there. I think I'll probably come back and spend a bit more time on this one. Okay, shall we go for number 2? How can I increase positivity in my life? How can I increase positivity in my life? We'll go for 3.5 minutes again. So considering I am a pretty positive and optimistic person, and I have quite a lot of positivity in my life already, I definitely feel like there are still areas for improvement, which I think there will always be. But for me, some of the key things were like having more dance parties, like solo dance parties in the kitchen. I mean, I do them anyway, but just having more of them, they really brighten up my day. Like if I'm just feeling a bit blah, or I'm busy doing so much stuff, like to break up the day and just have a dance party, it just brings that positive vibes, you know, brings that kind of energy back up to where it needs to be. Distancing myself, or, you know, spending less time, limiting the amount of time I spend with people who do bring me down, or who I do notice drain my energy, or I find I get irritated by. You know, there are always going to be people in our lives that are unfortunately like that. That's just life. But I think being aware of it and limiting the amount of time that you spend with those people can really help. Celebrating myself more and my achievements, even the small ones, they all add up. Spending less time on my phone so that I can read more and paint more and do more creative stuff. Now, I find myself saying this quite a lot. Now, I really want to share with you something that I saw the other day. It was a reel or something on Instagram, and it said, when your boss asks you to do something, you do it. When a family member asks you to do something, you do it and you commit to doing it. But when you say to yourself, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and you don't follow it through, you're not respecting yourself, because actually we are the most important people in our life. Obviously, loved ones and family members are very important, but we are number one, right? We have to look after ourselves. So if we say that we're going to do something and then we don't follow through, like all the time, now I often say, I'm going to spend less time on my phone, I'm going to read more, I'm going to do this more, and I don't do it. Therefore, I'm not respecting myself and that request from myself to do it. Why am I not doing that? So that's something I want to unpack a bit more, is why am I unable to commit to myself, but when other people ask me to do things, I do it and I just get on with it. Now, obviously, if it's in a work environment, there's an expectation that you're getting paid to do something, but also if it's family and loved ones, there's that there's that expectation and there's that commitment. But why do we not do it for ourselves? So definitely one to sit with and have a think. It could be the people pleaser. Not going to talk too much more on that, but it could be the people pleaser in me, and now I need to start pleasing myself and I need to start doing things for myself, so I need to commit to that. Definitely something to unpack there, right? So let's go for number 3, which is what always puts me in a good mood, and this can be more than one thing, and why. What always puts me in a good mood and why. Again, we'll go for 3.5 minutes. I have got a lovely long list, and there were some things coming through that, well, most of these are really simple things. And like the first one is always my go-to, right? Funny animal videos. Funny animal videos will always put me in a good mood. Like, they just always will. If I'm ever feeling down or grumpy, all I have to do is go onto a page on YouTube or Instagram that I know is going to have funny animal videos and immerse myself in those videos, even just for a couple of minutes, and my mood is instantly lifted. So what I did was I wrote a long list. So some of the things on here: funny animal videos, walking in nature, my partner, gardening. I put cleaning for the most part because I feel like I feel good at the end of it. It always puts me in a good mood to know that I've cleaned the whole house and I feel really accomplished. Trying new things, going out for dinner, watching series that I love, helping my clients, planning fun things. So my camera decided to, well, the battery decided to die whilst talking to you about the things that put me in a good mood and why. So what I was saying was that I've got a nice long list here, and actually quite a lot of these things are relatively simple. And then I came to kind of like the why. Why do these things put me in a good mood? And a lot of it was around distraction, keeping my mind busy doing other things so that I can't think about, you know, the to-do list that I'm meant to be doing or whatever. A sense of accomplishment as well, which puts me in a good mood. So that comes back to like doing the chores, cleaning the house, puts me in a good mood. But also mindfulness. So, you know, the kind of going out for walks in nature and doing my watercolours, painting, cross stitch. They're mindfulness activities, and they really help me to just kind of calm myself down but put me in a good mood. They're very kind of relaxing. So yeah, and I feel like I might have to make this into like a master list and put it somewhere to remind myself of all the things that put me in a good mood, because there was a lot on there. Okay, so we've got one prompt left. There are a lot of positive journaling prompts. I've only chosen these for today because I will probably do another positive journaling prompts video in the future, because there's so many and it's such a big topic. As you know, there's so many journaling prompts full stop, but I think I'll do another video on this topic in the future. So prompt number 4 is: what am I grateful for in life right now? What am I grateful for in life right now? And we'll go for 3.5 minutes again. So you may be familiar with gratitude journaling. It's quite a common concept, and it's so important because I think we often get caught up in recognizing the things that we don't have, that we forget about all the things that we do have. So, you know, it's such a good practice to get in the habit of doing, even if it's just once or twice a week. Some people do gratitude journaling every day. Some people do the 3 good things technique, which is every day they write about 3 good things in their life, which is actually a positive psychology intervention. And there's so much research out there to back up the concept that gratitude journaling and writing about what we're grateful for helps with that positive mindset, that positive thinking, and helps us to recognize the good things that we have in our lives. Because even when times are tough, we do have some good things in our lives. Even if they're small things, we can find them, and sometimes finding those things can really help us to get through the tough times. And you know, holding on to those things that we do have can really help. So I mean, I listed out a whole host of things, and one of the things that I wrote actually is I'm grateful for the journey that I'm on, and I've been doing a lot of work around enjoying the journey and not just focusing on the end goal and the end destination, whatever that may be, but actually enjoying the process of getting there. Now, I encourage you to have a little reflection and think about, you know, are you focused on where you want to be, which is great, it's fantastic for reaching our goals, but are you so focused on there that you're kind of missing all the stuff in between, and you're not acknowledging the journey that you're on and the things that you're accomplishing along the way and the experiences that you are having? So just have a little think and kind of see if you're enjoying the journey, basically. So yeah, I mean, I wrote a load of different things, and there's so many small things that I'm grateful for. And I even wrote I'm grateful for all the small things in life, you know, just some of those things that I mentioned earlier, having those little dance parties, being able to do that in my own kitchen and things like that. So do come back to these prompts, do spend some more time with them, explore the things, the positive things in your life, and yeah, just have fun with it. So my loves, I really hope that you have enjoyed today's journal with me. Had a few little technical glitches along the way, but we made it through to the end. And I really hope that you found these prompts beneficial, helpful, that you've uncovered some things in this positive journaling. As I said, I think I'm going to do some more videos on positive journaling in the future, because it's an area that I think sometimes gets forgotten about. As I said earlier, we can get a bit caught up in the ranting in our journals, or in the processing of the hard negative emotions. Not always, but sometimes. So I just think that sometimes this is an area that gets neglected. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, please make sure you make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because then you'll be notified of new videos that come out. If you want any specific topics covered, drop them in the comments below. I'm always open to hearing, you know, what do you guys want from these videos? And yeah, let me know if you've enjoyed it in the comments as well. And share wide, share with your loved ones, share with your friends and your families, because like I've said before, they might not even know that these videos exist. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.